Get the gang back together. Finally. Killer. Let's go. Down the stairs. Can't beat him down the stairs, can you? Weeks of not seeing it, and that rabbit has just been eating everything. He was making a bed there earlier. Tomorrow is Rabbit Day. Today is T-Rex and Steve Day. Oh yeah, and Mitt too, but he's just not as eager to go out the door, so he's always invited. 79 degrees at 8:30, and it's the dew point. The humidity really came up last night. Where'd that rabbit go? Get him, T-Rex. The dew point climbed into the 70s last night. It was a wave of warmth. David says his smoke detectors went off when the humidity came up last night. And the biggest surprise of the day was what happened on Nantucket Island this morning. It looked like some kind of sea creature was taking a chomp at Nantucket. That's actually the radar echo showing the heavy rain that survived from last night. It was severe weather yesterday, and it held together last night going over New Jersey with some severe storms and flash flooding to our southwest. And today it's going to be our turn for the severe weather and possible flash flooding. I didn't really tally the number of raindrops on Nantucket. I'm not sure how much fell, but it's pretty unusual. That's the third system to impact Nantucket with tropical-like downpours in the last 2 weeks. I've been out of here for the last 2 weeks, and you can really tell by looking at the yard, those roses will totally get pruned. It is going to rain hard again today in parts of New England. Well, it already has, right? And here's what we missed while we were away. We got to clean out the gauge. I think there's got creatures living in there. So it ran over 1 inch and then a 0.9. That's 1.9 inches of rainfall since we've been gone the last 2 weeks. And those rabbits have eaten pretty much every shred of lettuce. Usually this lettuce would be a couple of feet tall and going to seed. Also the spinach. You didn't come here really for the garden report, did you? Came here for the weather report. Well, the temperature starting off the day at 79 in Boston with a dew point of 72. And you can see the dew points in the 70s all the way up to central New England. And that round of showers and thunderstorms is exiting south of Nantucket. New rounds are going to be forming. Here's the satellite imagery from about 8 o'clock this morning. Look at those towering, almost overshooting top convective clouds, towering cumulonimbus from New Jersey to Nantucket, leftovers from yesterday. And then the sunny breaks west of Boston, and the new front, well, actually, the front is still pretty much over Lake Champlain or so. And you can already see convection building where there are some clear skies in central New York. And then the real cooler air is still well north of Lake Champlain. So it comes in waves. Always talking about the waves, aren't we? Those are stratocumulus waves right there. Kind of coming in from the southeast a little bit. And then the general flow is from the southwest. And there's a lot of wind aloft. And that's going to generate a round of severe storms today. And here's the map from the WPC Weather Prediction Center this morning. See the orange dashed line? That's called the prefrontal trough. Then the blue line is the front. And then there's another post-frontal trough behind it. In other words, layers of energy, pulses of energy coming in here. So this first pulse moves away. Now let's go to the HRRR and time it out. There's this morning with the showers and storms moving away from southeastern New England. And then you have a dry couple of hours before the next round of showers and thunderstorms come at us in the afternoon. So they look like there's going to be a broken line developing about 3 o'clock from Maine down into Connecticut and southern New York. And then it kind of consolidates into a solid line about 4 o'clock, so coming into Boston area and then pressing south. And then it looks like another kind of round tries to form and come across Boston again, and that holds together for Cape Cod and the islands again tomorrow morning. So that's a rough estimate. You can't go by set your clock to these things, but it just shows you that there's going to be severe weather. Well, it shows you that there are going to be heavy thunderstorms. You look at the Severe Prediction Center and their analysis, and you can see we're all in the yellow, and their write-up says we're going to have convective available potential energy to about 2,000 joules per kilogram. Just trust me, that's a lot of buoyant, energized air with dew points in the 70s and a lot of wind aloft. The wind on Mount Washington this morning is sustained in the 50s, and that kind of wind will mix down with the severe storms. And they say supercells are possible with some wind damage likely and possibly large hail and even a tornado or two into the evening hours. That's the forecast from SPC. Yesterday's severe storms, you can see them kind of scattered from New York and Pennsylvania all the way down to southwestern United States. And that lightning display from early this morning kind of indicates where that front is from just west to Nantucket. Well, actually, those are leftover storms, all the way down to Arizona. And we confirm that with the radar image with some scattered green rectangles that would be flash flooding ongoing in a few spots between New England and Arizona. This is a huge front, and not only is it an anomalous warmth on the south and east side of it and humidity, it's anomalous cold. We set low temperatures in the 39 degrees in Ely, Minnesota this morning. Record cold. Several states reporting records from North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa into Ontario. So the cold air is always a part of the equation. Record cold may be here on Tuesday morning. We may have some record low temperatures here in the Northeast when that high comes in. It's a pretty strong high. I mean, this has been happening over and over. We get these gusty storms. Everyone's like, why is it so windy, Tim? I said, well, because these low pressure systems are deepening down below 1,000 millibars, and the high pressure systems are very strong. So it's just the differential heating of the Earth's surface by the sun that causes all the weather. Should we go to the Euro day by day? How about the Boston 3 to 5 day here? Let's start with that. I'm halfway through. The red line is the temperature well into the 80s today, and then you've got the thunderstorm symbol, and you get a distinct front when the wind's going to come from the southwest, gusting past 30. Then the front comes in. You may have some isolated gusts past 60 miles an hour with the storm. And then the air comes around from the north and northwest, and the temperature starts to fall, and the dew point from the 70s to the 60s to the 50s tomorrow. But the front may try and linger. There's still a chance for some more shenanigans, isolated showers or a thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. Very isolated, but our July 1st looks like it's going to be mostly dry with much less humid air coming at us. And then Tuesday, GFS actually has a rain shower with a half-inch of rain Tuesday morning in Boston, but the Euro says not going to happen. Tuesday looks like a nice day. Now we're at July 2nd. The dew point is down in the 50s. Temperature's only in the lower 70s, so there's that cool air, a lot like we had 2 days ago. And then it starts to warm up again, and it's going to be tricky around July 4th or so. Let's go to the Euro now for the expanded view of the lower 48. You can only look at this long-range forecast with a macro lens, not a micro lens. And so you have the high coming in tomorrow, may be slow to clear out in eastern Massachusetts. A lot of instability tomorrow. Then the high clears us out tomorrow night. And Tuesday morning, if the GFS is wrong, we're going to be mostly clear with temperatures in the 40s. Record low temperatures possible in the cooler locations where it goes calm on Tuesday morning. Then that high starts to get east of us on Tuesday afternoon. The wind starts to pick up a little bit. And then on Wednesday, it does look windy from the southwest. This initially cool high turns into a warm high again, and temperatures go back into the 80s. Wednesday, July 3rd, we have our fireworks right here on Wednesday evening. It should be gusty, becoming a little bit more humid, but most likely dry. Back to that map. There is a front in northern New England Wednesday night and Thursday, but it looks like the front wants to fall apart, but it's right over us. Thursday, July 4th, low confidence that it's not going to rain much, isolated shower or thunderstorm, but we're right on the boundary. Look at the high pressure system to the north, trying to push air in from Canada. Look at the high pressure system to the south, trying to push air in from southeastern United States, and that means we have at least a scattered shower and a thunderstorm before becoming a little bit more organized now. And when we get out to the 5th, 6th, and into next weekend, there may be some more shenanigans with another powerful front coming our way late next weekend. And also the tropics. Beryl came category 3 this morning just before we started this taping, and category 3 is qualified as a major hurricane, so it's headed right for, looks like what is that, the Grenadines? Is it called Grenada? So the southern windward islands prepping for a major hurricane. Could be a category 4 when it gets there tomorrow. Phil Klotzbach, got to follow him on Twitter. He's actually from Massachusetts, works for the University of Colorado now for a long time. Took William Gray's spot. Anyhow, no one can fill his shoes exactly, but he that was a protege-mentor relationship. Phil says this is the 3rd earliest major hurricane to form in the Atlantic Ocean. Have to go way back to the 60s, and then in June of 1957, Audrey. So it's happened before. The earliest category 3 on record was in June of 1957. And from the tropics, let's go to the Arctic. Hello, Captain Alex Peacock and first mate Tyler Judd. They crossed the Arctic Circle more than 10 days ago and kept heading north until they got to the 70th parallel yesterday. Captain Don Peacock of Lynx sharing the images of his son, proud papa, proud Captain Dads, meandering through the pack ice there up in Baffin Bay, and the sun just kind of bobs on the horizon. So imagine that the sun is up 24 hours a day around the summer solstice at 70 degrees north. It just looks like the sun is going in circles around you in a 360-degree circle. Yeah, the Arctic Circle. The sun is up 24 hours a day right now. So you got the tropics heating up, you've got the Arctic Circle, you got anomalous cold, you got anomalous warmth, and you have a very action-packed weather pattern going in through Independence Day. That flag's gonna be whipping later today. So I hope you all enjoy your Independence Day. It's so good to be back with Steve. We saw Mitt there a little bit earlier. Steve's gonna make that jump. Are you gonna make that jump? There are so many critters that live down there in that wood pile, all your wood piles. And yesterday coming back, making new friends again, going by the links for the last time in a while, leaving Nantucket, where I can't believe how rainy it's been lately for this time of year. And thank you, Dick Conley. I met Chris Conley on the boat, and his dad, Dick, he helped me with my bags. So fun, so great meeting friends. And he said, hey, are you the JP Weatherman? I'm like, yeah. So people know me from lots of different realms, and hopefully you're gonna stick around and watch my YouTube channel. And anyhow, we came back, and yesterday, not too much sunshine around here. Oh yes, and the bees and the bees and the cactus on Cape Cod. Who says that? Bees and cactus on Cape Cod. Had to tabulate lots of little different things in my mind. All right, that's enough, Tim. Let it go. Say goodbye. Start working, cleaning up your yard for July 3rd. Talk to you tomorrow. Toes healing. Yeah, Steve. Yeah. And more. And more, and more, and more T-Rex. And more. TK and T-Rex checking out. Back after the crowds. I might be back this summer. Where's the links? Over there somewhere. So we meet again. Beautiful sky today. So we just left the blue sky and really dry air. We're now in Hyannis at Lewis Bay. There's the thicker cloud that's going to be here most of the weekend. T-Rex was a hit, made new friends. Chris Connolly, Nantucket, going to Vermont today. And we're going to clean a house in South Venice. Wow. We made it. There's the car. And we got the Connolly family helping us out. You guys are the best. Still looks like there's blue sky over Nantucket, but Cape Cod is decidedly gray. Altocumulus, getting warmer, breezy. It's kind of chilly a few hours ago. And look at this, it's the, I don't know what to call them, wild rose bloom season. All these tall grasses. And we've got cacti, wisteria, old mums, I think. I didn't do much work cleaning out this part, but I probably should. Oh, and look at the little bee just emerged from the cactus flower. He's right in there. Pretty. Can't touch those things, even if you touch them a tiny bit. Millions of little prickly things going to your finger. Bees don't care about that at all. They love it. Who says I can't fit in there? Of course I can fit in there. Can you fit out? Yeah, no problem. Back to that one. Nope. Oh, yes! This is fun. Yep, I'm fascinated by everything. Things things get out of control when you're away for a couple of weeks and you're your own gardener. But what a treasure these hydrangea are. So blue, vivid. Not sure how we did that, but it's the year of the hydrangea. Gorgeous. All right, it's almost 6 o'clock. Saturday evening, downpours not here, but they're probably not far away. I haven't looked at the radar. Let's just show a time lapse of the entire day. It's still another hour to go. Showers just missing us to the north. Doesn't look like anything severe, but a little downpour. You can almost see it over Winthrop. Anyhow, it should be an interesting time lapse either way. New boats, new neighbors. I like that one. It's another seafoam green, Doug, right there.